Chapter 1. Where my story begins. Scars that bloom. They say every story has a beginning, but mine never started with a fairy tale. No soft lullabies, no warm, gentle mornings, just noise. The kind that wraps around a child before she even learns what the world really is. I was born in a small village called Dardenshi, a place where the sun rises beautifully even when life doesn't. People there talk in whispers, even when they think they're speaking softly. And as a child, I heard more whispers than I heard truth. I grew up in a house filled with 5 children, 1 boy, 4 girls, all of us learning to survive in our own ways. We were siblings, tied together by love, struggle, and that quiet hope children always seem to carry, even when they shouldn't have to. But outside our small home, the world had its own story about us. Rumours floated through the village like morning smoke. These kids have different fathers. None of them know the real truth. Adult talked as if we couldn't hear them, but children always hear. And they remember, just not always in order. My mother. I wish I remembered her sober. I wish I had a picture of her before life broke her spirit. But all I remember is the smell of alcohol, the heavy silence after her anger, and the tired way she moved through the world, like she was carrying 1,000 invisible stones. Maybe she was. Maybe that was her way of surviving. Or maybe she was already lost, long before we ever noticed. I don't know when she began drowning in alcohol. By the time my memory kicked in, she was already gone somewhere inside herself, unreachable, except on the days when illness forced her body to slow down. When TB finally struck her, everything changed. Her strength disappeared. The woman who had once fought the world now struggled to stand. That's when we left Dardenshi and moved to Gauteng, a place I would later learn could both save you and swallow you whole. I didn't understand much back then. All I knew was that my childhood was ending and something else was beginning. A kind of survival that grows quietly inside you until one day you look back and realize it kept you alive. This is where my story blooms. Not from perfection, not from peace, but from chaos. The kind that forces you to grow even when you're planted in the hardest soil. And so, Scars That Bloom begins here. In the village that shaped me, in the home that tested me, and in the shadows that taught me to find my own light.